Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I presume most of you who are going to watch this are coming back to the channel and you know who I am. If you don't, if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead and check it out. My name is Ron Heiler. I am the host of this channel. And this particular video is my 300 sub kind of thank you video. So yeah, let's go through it. First of all, just a word on what you're seeing right now. I think what you're going to be seeing, nearly 100% positive. What you're looking at is the, I guess I'd have to call it a pre-alpha version of a level for a game that I was writing. I tinker with it now and again, but let's be honest, it's probably dead. Even though I like to play around with it, this seems like a good way to show it off, I suppose. So yeah, I'll wander around some of the more interesting areas that were set up and let you guys take a look. And see what you think. I'll probably kill the sound on it though. There is sound in it and I don't really want it interfering with the audio. So yeah, I'm just putting it there really just to have something for you guys to look at while you're listening to me ramble on. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is because I no longer have this platform. Back in the days, probably, I don't know how long ago this was, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, or maybe longer than that. I used to do 3 videos a week, but I was playing 5 games. So there was no real easy way to tell when a video would go up. Like if you were interested in a particular series, you couldn't say that every Wednesday Skyrim was going to go up, or every Monday it was going to be Tomb Raider, or whatever game you happen to be interested in. So because of that, I used to do scheduling videos. And when I went to doing 5 days a week of uploads, it happened to coincide with the number of games I was playing, so now it's very easy to tell. Every Wednesday is Skyrim, and every Monday is Tomb Raider, and so on. So I don't do the scheduling videos anymore. But kind of the sad thing about that is I no longer have this platform to talk to you guys, because I'd go over the games, but I'd also kind of do some other stuff, or tell you about any news that might be coming up or whatever, and I kind of miss that. So I thought this was a good opportunity to take this on. So we did hit 300 subs. That actually happened about 2 weeks ago. I'm a bit late on this video. Right now I think we're at 310 as I'm recording this. I don't know if it'll stay there or not, but right now we're about 310. I gotta say, I'm actually kind of amazed that I've hit 300. I know that the style of gaming that I do, which is to say completionist and a long play, hour-long videos. I know it's a bit of a niche market as far as viewers goes. Not everybody's going to have the patience to sit down and watch an hour-long video, and not everyone's going to have the patience to want to sit down and watch 100% completion. I know I'm limiting my audience by doing those kind of things, which is fine. I'm not really here to get 1 million viewers. I'm never going to have 1 million viewers, let's be honest. I'm amazed that I've got 300. That's, to me, more than I ever thought I would have. So I do appreciate all you guys. I love y'all. Keep at it. we're growing in leaps and bounds, and it's amazing to me. I do want to take this opportunity as well to give a few shout-outs, if you guys will indulge me. First off, okay, no shout-out would be complete if I didn't mention Tag, the almighty Geoff, aka Michael Hillyard. He's my partner in crime. If you guys watch the Saints Row, the 3rd series, he's my co-op partner in that series. I also did a series on his channel for Half-Life Decay, which is a multiplayer part of Half-Life, the original Half-Life. We did that together on his channel, so definitely go check it out. There's going to be a link in the description. So yeah, he's an underappreciated channel. He's a lot like mine. Actually, he should have more subscribers than I do, just because yeah, he's a completionist even more so than I am. And but he limits his videos to about 30 minutes, which is probably a little bit easier to digest than my hour-long mammoth videos. So yeah, definitely go check him out. I'll put a link in the description, and go take a look. Another person I want to say hey to is Dark Lady Lexi. She is the co-maintainer of, let's see if I get this right, the Skyrim Legendary Edition Legacy of the Dragonborn Step Project. I hope that's right. I hope I got it all right in there, Lexi. She helps maintain that. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's basically the series of mods that I am using in my Skyrim playthrough. So if you ever wonder, what I'm doing, I did a big old series on how to install that. It took a while, I think 3 months or so. to do that. And they were a little bit shorter videos, I think, if I remember right. They were about 30 minutes a piece. A very technical series, because it's a behemoth. It's huge. And if you think it's huge to install, you can only imagine how big of a pain it is to maintain that thing. And they do a good job. Her and Darth Matthias maintain that particular series. So there will also be links in the description to that. You should go check it out if you're interested in Skyrim modding at all. But she comes to my channel and she definitely watches the Skyrim stuff, and she has lots of helpful suggestions, ideas. I super appreciate when she comes over and gives advice on if I'm having a particular issue. We are getting a little bit crashy with that game. I'm hitting 1 or 2 crashes per episode at this point. So she tried to help out with that. Kind of maybe, behind the scenes and stuff. You guys may not have seen that, although maybe it was public. I take that back. You might have. But she gives advice on, just the other day, when I got irritated about the triple dragon attack that happened outside of Markarth, she offered advice as to why that was happening, and what I could do to maybe fix it. So stuff like that. I mean, I super appreciate that she comes over and watches and helps out. So yeah. Let me also say hi to Pyro Raven. He's a new person who just came over maybe a couple of weeks ago, but he's offered some super good suggestions in Skyrim as well. I think he at first wasn't aware that I was playing it kind of blind. So he's like, well, why did you do that? And well, because, I didn't know there was a thing there. That's why. But he's come in and offered some suggestions that I do appreciate. So cool on you. Thanks, Pyro. The other person was AJ. Let me see if I get this right. Urzavek. I hope I'm saying that right. AJ. AJ has commented on Saints Row the Third and also Tomb Raider. I get the impression he's a completionist, but I don't know that for a fact. But he does point out when he thinks I might be missing something, and that's super cool too. He was quite worried that we had missed a tomb back in the first level of Tomb Raider, and which, cool. I love that people are like checking up and making sure that I'm getting it all, because I'd hate to miss something, right? I mean, he made an impression to the point where actually me and Michael were during the course of playing Saints Row the Third, we were talking about him, about how he would react, because he was also concerned that we weren't quite finishing off particular islands, and we were like, well, don't worry, AJ, we'll get there. We're going to finish all the islands 100%. So he's definitely made an impression, and it's very cool that he's checking on us. I have that backup in case I miss anything. So that's pretty awesome. Who else am I missing? King has come in and made a lot of comments, which I appreciate. So that's cool. Keep it up. So yeah, I mean, the community's great. I couldn't ask for better people in my community. I mean, I think we're still small, and so the trolls haven't come out yet, at least not so far. I think it's inevitable that once you get bigger that they start coming out, but as long as we keep it small, or have kept it kind of small, we can foster that community sense, and I really like that. So that's pretty cool. The one last thing I wanted to cover before I wrap this kind of 300 sub thank you up is the programming series, because I get asked about this every once in a while. I did start a game engine programming series, and it's kind of languishing at the moment. Now, it's not dead, guys. I haven't given up on it. The basic problem with that series is I just don't have time. It's hard to find the time to fit it in, especially going to 5 episodes a week. 5 episodes a week is nearly a full-time job. Doing an hour-long videos, you're getting into about 30 hours a week of work to do that. And it's not the only thing that I do. I have a full-time job. I have degrees in science, and I work at a lab. I don't work in the lab anymore. I used to work in the lab. I worked in the lab for 13 years or something like that, before I transferred over to a desk job, and now I'm kind of a manager. So I'm about as far removed from the lab as you can be. I don't even program anymore, really. That is an actual full-time 9-to-5 job that I have to be at 5 days a week, and then I have to come home and do the videos for you guys, which is another 30 hours a week or so. So you can tell, you can see that's and I've got a family and a house and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have a lot of extra time to put into that series. Now, that series even though I think I was keeping it to 30 minutes or so, or something like that, it takes up a lot more time than the other series because there's a lot of research that goes into that. A whole lot. And the games don't really take up a lot of research time, not usually. Or if they do, it's not very much. I can do it kind of in between other stuff, right? But the programming series, I have to get it right. I don't want to go in and waste a bunch of time programming a whole thing only to realize later, nope, that's all wrong. We got to pull all that back out again. Ignore episode 25. We don't want to do that. So it really does take up huge amounts of time. If YouTube was my full-time job, wouldn't that be funny? Then I would have plenty of time to devote to that, but it's just not. I have to spend, a good chunk of my time with my family and my actual job. So, it's not that it's dead. It's just that I just don't have the time to get into it. I'm hoping at some point that I will. We are actually making some pretty nice progress on the memory manager. We had finished blocks, I think, and we were getting into... we had finished pools. And we were just about to get into the blocks. And we had a good foundation. I was pretty pleased with where things were. At this point, I'd probably have to go back and at least watch a couple of the episodes to make sure I knew where we were. But yeah, it's not dead, guys. I hope to bring it back. It's just a matter of finding the time. So that's where that's at. So yeah, I think I'll wrap this up. I just wanted to say thanks. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed. Thanks to you guys who leave a lot of comments. I appreciate all of them. I read all of them, even the spam. Some of that gets blocked, I have to say. If you spam my channel, you're going to get blocked. But if you come in and you leave good, reasonable comments and are part of the community, I love you for it. It's great. There's not going to be any immediate changes in the games that were coming up, guys. We're still kind of in the middle of everything. I'm guessing the next game we'll finish is probably either Tomb Raider, at which point we will go on to the next game in the Tomb Raider series, which is Tomb Raider Unleashed, or possibly Mad Max. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys kind of the plan for my channel. This may change now, so nothing's written in stone, because I do have a tendency to suddenly fall in love with a game that I want to play, and it takes over at the last minute before I get to a game that I planned on playing. But I can tell you that after Tomb Raider is going to come Tomb Raider Unleashed. Then I'm planning on doing the Nathan Drake series, which I'm... Uncharted. Thank you. I blanked it for a minute there. I'm going to do the Uncharted series. That's 4 games long, I think. Maybe 5. I know there's another game that's just about to get released it's kind of a spin-off game. So we'll do that. After that, in that slot, I was thinking I might go back and do the original Tomb Raider games, because those are a lot of fun. And that starts off old school. That's from 1990 something, the original Tomb Raider. Like the early 90s, like 92 or something like that. I'm still looking into that. We'll see about that one. Let me look at my list here. Mad Max. After we finish Mad Max, we're going to get into the Batman Arkham games, and I will do all 4 of those. Those are kind of exciting. I've always meant to do them. The Batman series, the Arkham series, is right up there along with Saints Row as some of my favorite games of all time. I love those games. I've played several of them multiple times, and that's pretty unusual for me. There's only a limited set of games that I've played multiple times. Most games I don't even finish, but if I've played it more than once all the way through, you know that I've enjoyed that game. The Saints Row series is like that, and Batman is another one, so I'm going to do those games after Mad Max. Skyrim, let's not even talk about. We're going to be doing Skyrim for the next 10 years. Bioshock, we're going to do the entire Bioshock series, which really consists of 3 games. So I'll do about halfway through Bioshock 2 right now. Maybe slightly less than halfway through as I record this. Now, there's several of those episodes that you guys haven't seen yet that I've got in the can, ready to go. So, recorded, I'm pretty close to halfway done with that game, but actually what you've seen at this point, I'm more towards the beginning of that. Then we're going to do Bioshock Infinite, which is actually a bit of a longer game. After the Bioshock games, I'm thinking I'm going to do Dead Space. I'm going to keep with the kind of first-person shooter genre for that slot, and we'll do Dead Space. That was a suggestion given to me by Michael. So yeah, we'll do that. And then the other slot, Saints Row, we've got that going for a while. After Saints Row, we'll do Saints Row 4, and then probably Get Out of Hell, and then maybe Agents of Mayhem. Of course, at the time that I record this, Agents of Mayhem has not yet been released. So I don't have any idea whether or not that's going to be something that's possible to do a playthrough on. We'll see. So yeah, after the Saints Row series, I don't know. I don't have another open world game right off the top of my head. I haven't really planned that one out yet. Yeah, there you go. So that's the plans for the future of this channel as of right now. Again, all that could change. Nothing's set in stone until I actually start it. So yeah. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. Maybe we'll do another one of these when we hit 400 or 500 or something like that, and I'll give you the next set of news. All right, until then, I will see you guys in the games. Bye.